I'm Dick Colcom, Vice President and General Sales Manager of GM of Canada. I have a very special story to share with you today. It's a story about people, 42,000 people throughout Canada, and the company they work for. The story couldn't have been told without their help, and you're going to meet many of them in this film. It's the story of what they do and how they go about doing it. I hope as you watch them that you gain some sense of the excitement, dedication, and expertise that I was privileged to see as we went about making this film. Those 42,000 people are part of the largest manufacturing company in Canada, representing a capital investment in our nation of over $12 billion, producing over 600,000 cars and trucks a year, as well as components, parts, and other equipment for Canada and for the world. Of course, I am thinking of General Motors of Canada. And like the rest of those 42,000, I think of it as my GM. But in a larger sense, it's also your GM. It is our GM. And I want to show you something of what our GM is, what it does, and what it stands for. GM stands for leadership. Leadership not only in the building of cars and trucks for Canada and the world, but also in automotive engineering, in product quality, in new methods for designing and building our products. In export, we are Canada's largest single exporter of goods. And above all, leadership in our dedication to good business practice, fair dealing, and a sound and healthy Canadian economy. That leadership shows itself in many areas. For instance, our metal casting plant at St. Catharines is the most modern foundry in the world. Automatic rotopore equipment guarantees that the precise amount of molten steel is poured continuously and evenly into each mold. At our St. Catharines engine plant, we build V6 and V8 engines, and every single engine we build and ship is started up and tested before the engine is allowed to leave the plant. In our Oshawa fabricating plant, we make the control arms for subcompact front-wheel drive cars throughout North America. We were not handed this right, we earned it through our dedication to quality and our knowledge of modern fabricating methods. We say, let the machines do the repetitive work, tended by skilled technicians. And where the fine human hand does a superior job, leave it to our people. This is the most modern automatic transmission plant in the world. It is at Windsor, and it's an integral part of our GM. This highly automated operation uses state-of-the-art manufacturing equipment to turn out up to 4,000 transmissions a day, nearly 1 million every year. Every automatic transmission we build at Windsor is tested on fully automatic equipment, closely monitored by the operator who runs that equipment. Periodically, transmissions are taken off the line, stripped down, and every component is subject to the most minute testing, and constant research ensures the quality of all our products. At our Central Parts Distribution Center at Woodstock, we inventory over 60,000 separate parts and use the most modern material handling methods to ship nearly 150 tons a day to dealerships and to distribution centers across Canada. The range of our distribution, our sales offices, as well as our manufacturing, is national in scope. We have major zone offices or district representation in every corner of the nation. Our GM is truly in, of, and for Canada. At our axle plant in St. Catharines, we make complete rear axle assemblies to be shipped to assembly plants in Canada and throughout the corporation. Here, as elsewhere, constant testing ensures the finest possible product, even at the sub-assembly level. A single gear might be subjected to as many as 67 different tests. In our Windsor trim plant, we process 900,000 yards of material a month, using computer-controlled cutting equipment to cut out 30 layers of upholstery material at one time on tables 60 feet long. This ensures precision interior trim fitting for our Canadian cars, as well as the foreign assembly operations we supply. In our huge automobile assembly plant at St. Therese, Quebec, we don't consider an engine ready for installation until the total engine assembly has been thoroughly retested using the most modern computerized testing equipment. Leadership and pride. These are the watchwords at our GM. This is true here at our Oshawa truck plant, where we build light trucks for Canada and for export. But those words, leadership and pride, extend to every area of our operation, including some you may never have realized were part of our GM story. Our modern bus plant at St. Eustache, Quebec, building some of the most advanced mass transit buses in the world, with models in use or in test throughout Canada. Our London diesel plant, one of the world's largest designers and manufacturers of railroad locomotives. Our GM, shipping these great engines all across Canada and throughout the free world. And we serve the nation in other ways, such as these light armored vehicles manufactured for our Canadian Armed Forces. At our Scarborough van plant, we build finished vans and cutaways to supply not only Canada's market, but the U.S. too. The largest truck in the world is the GM Titan, so vital to resource and construction development throughout Canada. They are designed and built only at our GM's London plant. The largest plastic fabricating operation in Canada is the GM Oshawa Fab plant. It uses 2 million pounds of Canadian petrochemicals every month. Our GM engineering facility is working in the forefront of alternate fuel development and playing a leadership role for General Motors Corporation in such areas, including propane. Our dedication to advanced research has led to joint projects with great universities such as the University of Toronto, the University of Waterloo, and the University of Alberta, where we conduct special metallurgical research hand in hand with Alberta's own scientists. For us, education is vital. Thousands of our own people at every level are going back to school to be trained in the latest technical skills. Leadership, pride, quality. We are presently installing one of the world's most modern body welding facilities at our Oshawa A-car plant. This highly roboticized line will help us continue to increase the satisfaction of all our customers in the fit and finish of our products, building more cars and better cars. Let me show you what I mean. This is our new, highly automated paint plant, serving our two automobile assembly plants in Oshawa. We recently spent over $276 million to build this new facility. Now, our cars receive special anti-corrosive primers in every nook and cranny of their body. And our workers have all the tools they need to provide the highest quality finish on our cars. That $276 million means a quality paint job on every car we build. That dedication to quality shows nowhere better than in our Oshawa mid-size front-wheel drive plant. Oshawa has been awarded, I should say, our GM has earned the privilege of building the most famous of these great mid-size cars, the Pontiac 6000 STE, exclusively for the corporation worldwide. This exclusive honor was earned by our ability to provide a quality product. We're mighty proud of that. Well, I guess my pride is showing a little bit, isn't it? But it's a pride well earned. Our GM is a quality organization, a leadership organization, a great organization. We touch so many areas of Canadian life in every part of the country. We earn our right to be here every day of our lives. We ship Canadian products worldwide, products with our name stamped clearly and proudly for the world to see. We're GM of Canada. We're GM in Canada. And we're GM for Canada. We use the state-of-the-art in manufacturing techniques, but these are only tools after all. Tools being used by a skilled, motivated, educated, and dedicated workforce. You've seen them today. People like Jimmy at the Oshawa Robogate area, Joe at Windsor Transmission, Valdemar's at London Diesel, Josie at St. Therese, Michelin at the Oshawa Assembly Plant, and Mario at the Windsor Test Center. And I hope you are as inspired as I was by their obvious expertise, dedication, and total commitment to the goals of our company. That commitment can be stated very simply. We're totally dedicated to providing the best possible products for our nation and the world. We've been doing it for over 75 years, and we see no end in sight. That's why I'm so proud of my GM and of your GM. And that's why I'm so happy to have shown you something of our GM and where we stand today.